Hi students, Mrs. Brown here. I get the question, how should my Unit 3 final paper look? All the time. And so this video is here to hopefully help you with that. All right, in Unit 3, our focus is retelling narrative stories. And so in this particular assignment, your paragraph or your final paper should be 3 paragraphs long. We're only going to look at this student's first paragraph, but just know you need to do what we talk about for all 3 paragraphs. Okay, so again, the first paragraph should only tell the reader about the characters and setting. The second paragraph should tell the reader about the a conflict and problem in the story. And then the third paragraph's job is to tell the reader about the climax and the resolution. Now, before you turn in your final paragraph, your parent should look at your paper and your editor should have looked at your paper. So, always use the checklist. And if you're a parent watching along, you should have the teacher guide and you can follow along in your teacher guide. Every single assignment has a checklist that you can view as well. So this is just an example. All right, so you want to use your checklist, and on your checklist will remind you that you should put your name and date in the upper left-hand corner, like Adam here, our sample student. You should also double space your paper. Your entire paper should be double spaced. And then you should have a new title. Now, in Unit 3, you need to look at the third paragraph, which is our climax resolution paragraph, look at the very last sentence, and then use the title rule. You should reflect or repeat 1 to 3 keywords and use those keywords to change your title for the story. So it should not be the same title of the source that you were given. The next thing you want to make sure that you do, which is really important, you must underline one of each dress up. Now, look at your own checklist, but in this checklist, Adam needed to add an ly adverb, a who, which clause, and a strong verb to every single paragraph. And notice he underlined it, and only when you underline it are you allowed to check it off on your checklist. Next, he needed to add a who, which clause, which he did. He underlined it and added it. Then he checked it off because it was underlined. The last thing on Adam's checklist was to add a strong verb, and he did that. Discovered is his strong verb. Since he underlined it, now he's allowed to check it off on his checklist. Now, this is only Adam's first paragraph. When he turns in his final paper, obviously, he will do this for paragraphs 2 and paragraphs 3. That means all 3 paragraphs should have one of each dress up underlined. Last but not least, your editor should help you with the mechanics. And you should be helping, pardon me, you should be helping yourself as well. That means you should use either spell check and grammar check in whatever program you use. I like Grammarly, so if you want to use a program like Grammarly, that will help you as well. But after you do that, your editor should also take a look and just make sure that your capitalization errors are not present, that you have your end marks and punctuation correct, that you have complete sentences, and that your spelling is correct. All right, students and parents, if you're a parent watching, this is what your student's final paper should look like. And of course, as a student, this is what your final paper should look like. And even if you're handwriting, because I have some students who handwrite, if you're handwriting, you still follow the same structure. You still have to underline one dress up in each paragraph. So make sure you're still doing the same thing, even if you're handwriting. All right, I hope this helps you. If you have any questions, you know where to find me, homeschoolclick.com, or of course, I teach on Outschool as well. Have a great day, and as always, happy writing.